evening, YouTube. Hello, it's me, Gale Frostbane, hanging out in my cool old Patriots jersey. This one's a Wes Welker one. Yeah. Hope my hair's not sticking out the back of that one. So yeah, rocking this because it's the start of football season. I love football season. Drinking a beer my friend Appo up in Vermont made. It's a catnip beer. Delicious. Thank you for those, Appo. So, I wish this video was about football. It's not about football. It's about something I most certainly believe that I made a video about like not even a year ago. And it's back again to haunt us all. It's that favorite conversation that everybody hates to have. DancerFurs! Oh no. That's why I got a beer this time. Because I'm gonna need a beer. And I got my wisdom teeth out last week. So I'm probably gonna get drunk because I have giant holes in my mouth. But that's okay because I'm almost 23. My birthday's in like less than a month. Yay! So, alright. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, a gentleman by the name of Toxxic something or other, Toxxic the Fennec Fox on YouTube, that's his YouTube username, made a video titled Popular DancerFurs, Why I Think They're Annoying. And you know what, guys? That's fine. You have an opinion. You live in America. I think you live in America. I actually have no idea. But, well, you have an opinion, and you're allowed to have an opinion, and, freedom of speech and all that shit. So, I don't, there's no need for people to be like, because if we just cause more drama about it, and it's just going to spiral in this big ball of negativity and sadness. And that's not good. It's not good. It's not a good thing. So, what are we going to do about it then, huh? What are we going to do? Well, we could all think about positive things, okay? Let's try and think of some positive things. So, this gentleman, Toxxic, mentions that a lot of furries do tutting, which I don't really see why that would be an issue, but regardless. Also, I don't even think it's really that prominent. It's definitely you see more people doing it, but there's only a couple people that truly and actually get 90-degree angles, because your hands, if you bend your hand this way, it's yeah, okay, it's a 90-degree angle. Your hand doesn't like to go 90 degrees that way. Or whatever other 1 million ways some people do that. So not everybody does that. I know, I don't believe I've ever tutted in a dance competition because I just can't. I just can't. For people that have no idea what tutting is, the exact definition of tutting, according to Urban Dictionary, with 127 upvotes, is tutting, verb. The style was originally practiced by young funk dancers and is derived from the positions people were drawn in the days of ancient Egypt. King Tut. Tutting. Ooh. It is these positions seen in these portraits that have been adopted by dancers today. So when you tut, you change the angles of your arms and hands according to the beat. Those who are more experienced pop when changing from angle to angle, thus refining the style. Tutting is still a greatly respected move, and King Tut, aka Mark Benson, is widely acclaimed for pioneering the style. Cool. So now that we know what that is, why do we care? Exactly. It's really a cool thing. And hi, we're wearing paws. So it's it's like really cool if you can like do that and pause. That's pretty neat. But like, that's not the only style I've seen out there. Yes, I would say that like the large majority of people dance to modern pop music and dubstep. But like, I mean, I don't know. Some people just think that's the most fun to dance to. And that's the music that you hear at raves and at the club when you go out to the club. And it's the music that you dance to with your friends when you're like hanging out with friends and you're at like homecoming and prom and like a bar, like whatever age you are and whatever's appropriate for you to be at. So like, of course people are going to want to dance to that music. It's music you hear all the time. It's fun. But like, I mean, I have seen tons of people dance to like a million different styles. Examples, JD and Sadie dancing to ballroom. Sheffy Mama dancing to Bollywood. I've seen Elvie, the little cute yellow thing, does like hula dancing, like the Hawaiian hula dancing at like, oh gosh, I mean, we got crumpers like Ray and this guy that I saw at Megaplex, and his name's escaping me at the moment. We got people that like literally break their bones when bone breaking, or don't have any, like flinch. We've got, Jesus, we got a lot. Like, a lot of styles have been put on display out there. And like, there's a lot of years left, and I don't see the furry fandom like dissipating soon. So there's like a lot of time to explore every style. And like, you gotta also understand that we're currently in the year 2014, and what is hot is pop music and dubstep. Like, if we were at these cons in the 90s, you'd be dancing to, I don't know, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, like a lot. And actually, I'm gonna be linking a lot of videos, because I'm not good with video editing. So this is like one straight take. I don't know how people do those like multiple take things. So down below me right now, when you're watching this, because I'm filming it now and then you're gonna watch it later, isn't that crazy technology? Right down here are gonna be a ton of links to really cool videos that you may have seen and you may not have seen of the DancerFur's origins. Like, I don't know, back when cons were baby cons, back in the 90s and the early 2000s. And I'm going to be showing cool videos down there that you should see, because they're pretty fun. That's what's going to get me started on my next subject here. Dance competitions have only been around since FWA 2008. That's not a long time. If you go to WikiFur and you look up list of dance competition results, JD Puppy and I painstakingly categorize, or we didn't categorize, no, we cataloged, that's the word, we cataloged every dance competition from FWA 2008 until the most recent one, last weekend, Rocky Mountain Fur Con. And you can find first, second, and third. All of them. Took a long time. But you can find them, and you can be like, whoa, there's people on here I've never heard of. And it's like, yeah, because a lot of cool stuff happens at cons, you know, outside of AC and FWA and MFF. When you throw out the three big ones, it's like, whoa, so many. So I'll link that below too, because that's a cool thing to read and look at, and it's got some cool stats for everybody who likes stats, math. I like math. Math's great. But yeah. So I guess, you know, one of the big things that's like kind of my issue with the whole DancerFur thing is, like, why so serious, man? Like, I'm wearing a big cat head paws. Okay? I'm in my house There's a window right here where I can see the outside. The public, if somebody looked in here, they'd be like, it's fucking weird. Because it is. But here I am, sitting here in a chair, talking to you, being a cat. When we get up on that stage, we're like a giant dog man. We're dancing animal people. Woo-hoo. It's wicked cool if you can dance really well. And some people in this fandom can dance really well. Like, really, really, really well. But, like, it's time to, you know, step back for a second and be like, yo, I'm dressing up like an animal person. Reality check. Reality check. I mean, like, aren't we doing this for fun? Don't we spend lots of money to go to conventions so that we can have fun and have a good time? That's what I do. I spend lots of money every year to go to conventions so that I can have fun and see my friends, have a really good time, and have a positive experience. Because I'm not going to be taking time off from work and spending that money that I could save up in saving funds for different other things. But instead, I'm spending that money and taking that precious time off of work that you only get so much time off of and going to these cons. I love doing the dance competitions. I love them. It's really, really stressful getting into those dance competitions. But when you get in and you get to be on that stage and you have like 1 to 3 minutes, however long the time limit might be, to entertain that crowd, I just want to entertain that crowd. If I finish my dance and everyone in that audience is laughing or smiling, then I win in my book. I don't really care who places. But the best thing about who places is it's going to be a friend. Because it's a family. We're all furries. And that's a family. We're all dancers. That's a family. It's not a clique. It's not a goddamn clique. We're not in high school, okay? I teach school. This is not a clique. It's not. If you can wiggle, basic wiggle, like if you can like, to music, then you can dance. Stop telling me that you can't dance. Stop it, because you can. You all can dance. If you can have fun and move when music is happening, you can dance. Very simple. You may not have technicality, but that is because that comes with training, practice, and hard work. Everyone can dance. Everyone can dance. Unfortunately, in life, if you would like to perform, there are often tests. Do you want to get into college? You have to pass a test. Do you want to get a good job? You have to pass the requirements of the interview. Your entire life is taking steps to become better at a certain thing, to then take a test to be able to perform at a higher level. At a convention, there are only so many slots in a dance. That's due to timing, scheduling, programming, which is very hard. Those 20 slots, let's say, have to be allotted to the 20 people that deserve them. Sometimes it's hard, and sometimes we don't necessarily agree with who gets in and who doesn't. But when it boils down to it, under these fuzzy heads, we're all human, and we make mistakes. People, gotta realize, can't take stuff too seriously now. We're gonna go in, we're gonna try our hardest. And most likely, if you go out there and you give it your all, and you work really hard, you can get in. And it sucks when some people don't get in. But hey, you try again, and you try again. And you stay positive. And you ask people, hey, what could I do to improve this? What can I do? Do you have any advice for me? Could I get some critiques and comments, please? And there you go. How you get in. And somehow people think that the only people that are DancerFurs are those people that are always up on that stage, and that is totally and completely false. If you are a furry and you can dance, you're a DancerFur. I don't know how many times I've said this at this point. It's getting monotonous, really. I need to drink my beer. But, yeah. So, let's see, what other? Oh boy, okay. So yeah, back to, we take things a little too seriously. When I joined this fandom, I said to myself, I'm joining this fandom because I'm a mascot. I wasn't a furry first, I was a mascot first. I was a mascot for Vermont, the best place on the planet, the best college. I love it. And I loved my 4 years as Rally Catamount up there. And I worked my ass off. The second I put that costume on, I was in character, and I performed to my fullest until I couldn't stand. I had brought myself near dehydration at some events. I had almost thrown up from the amount of exertion that I was putting on myself to perform the best that I could. Now, I worked that hard because I was representing a major Division I college, and it was my job. I was getting paid for it. But I still try and do that today with my characters of Gale and Basalt, and soon, when I get my Nexus fursuit from One for All, as Nexus. And so that's why I joined, because I wanted to buy one of these character costumes after I made up a design like Gale, and I wanted to perform as this character who I would give a certain personality to. And so when I get up on that stage, that's what I want to do. I want to perform. I want to make the audience happy. I'm doing it for the audience. And I think, to a point, we've kind of lost that. I mean, that's like the whole reason we're there, is the audience. We gotta do it for the audience. And the audience wants to smile and laugh and think, whoa, that was sick. Oh my god, that was so cool. Oh my god, I'd never be able to do that. That is so awesome. How did he do that? How did she do that? How did they do that? What are those? How did TK move his paws like that? TK has the worst, most solid paws on the planet. How did he do that? Oh my god. That's what people want. That's what people want. They want that, whoa, oh my god, ah, that's so cool moment. That's what we just gotta give to them, is that cool moment. You don't need to be the most technical dancer on the planet for that. Or you could be the most technical dancer on the planet and perform a crazy awesome show for the amount of time that you're given. And the audience is gonna lose it because they're gonna be like, that was so cool. That was so cool. Wow. That was so nuts. Wow. And guess what? Then people get favorites because people want to see those people come back. There's a reason that there are famous fursuiters. And that's because they keep doing shit that people keep wanting to fucking see. If you just sat on the ground all the time, it's like, no, you're not going to do anything. But if you are constantly going and you're in character and you're doing crazy awesome stuff, that's cool. And people are going to want to see that. But just because all of a sudden you're famous doesn't mean you're a jerk. I know plenty of these quote-unquote famous DancerFurs and famous fursuiters and famous furry fandom members. And you know what? I've never met a single one of them that was rude. I maybe have encountered some of them that were on their way to something. Perhaps they were going to dinner with some friends. And they said hi, and they said, "I'm sorry, but I'm going somewhere right now. I'd love to talk to you later." And I just thought, you know what, I caught them at a bad time. They're going somewhere right now. If I was going somewhere with a group of my friends, I wouldn't want to have to, like, break off for a long time and have that conversation. You just have a conversation later. Most of us are super approachable on stuff like Twitter and FA. Like, I mean, I'll be honest, I wish I could spend more time with every single person at a con. But it always ends up that I feel like I really fucked up and I didn't hang out with somebody. And usually those somebodies are really good friends of mine. For example, last MFF, Groggy Fox and I. Groggy Fox is one of my best friends in the furry fandom. He's one of my first friends ever. I met him at AmperCon 2011. He was one of my first furry friends. We thought we were going to hang out all the time at MFF, but sadly, due to conflicting schedules at the con, we barely got to hang out, and we didn't feel great afterwards. But we're still really good friends. We're not going to let that, like, oh no, the friendship has been torn asunder. It's like, no. Cons are crazy. There's so much going on at cons because there's such a reunion of friends as opposed to like a convention. They're just like a big reunion of friends with a bunch of shit going on. And you have to try and figure out what you're going to do, when you're going to do stuff, and it's crazy. So never think that somebody is a jerk unless they give you a reason to get like think they're a jerk. If somebody like punches you, yeah, they're a jerk. If somebody completely and flat out ignores you, yeah, they're a jerk. But guess what? It's really hard to see in fursuit. It's really hard to see in a mascot costume. I've tripped over children in the mascot I used to be at UVM. I've tripped over children in this when I'm doing public fursuiting or charity work. I can only see this much to my sides and this much down. That means when I'm walking forward, I have no idea what's happening by my feet. That means when I'm walking forward, if you're over here like, I have no idea. No idea. Unless you're like, Gale, 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 Gale. And then I'll be like, oh. But if you're doing that when I'm walking this way and you're walking this way and there's 10,000 other people walking this way and that way, it's like not a good meeting point. You gotta do that when there's like not a giant crowd of crazy people. I don't know, man. Like, why can't we just love each other? There's no reason for all of this hatred about people that are popular and DancerFurs. Like, this is a topic that keeps coming up and coming up and coming up, and it's just silly. It's just silly. It's dumb. And might I add, do some research. Look at who were the dancers back in 2008 and 2009. Do you see them making all this hubbub? No. They were having a fun time. They were having a really fun time. So come on, guys. Like, loosen up. The world doesn't have to be about drama. And just have some fun. This guy Toxxic, like, I don't know you. And I wouldn't mind meeting you. I'm sure in person you're actually a pretty chill dude. In fact, I'd really love if you dance. I'd love to see some dance videos. I'd love to see some tutorial videos. Stuff like that. What we should be doing as a dance community is sharing with other people. We should be making fun videos. We should be making tutorials and getting that information out there on this World Wide Web and sharing it with everyone else. Because that way other people can learn, and then fans of dancers will have more opportunities to see their favorite suits and favorite people dancing outside of conventions. So let's try for a moment to stop the drama and just do positive stuff. Maybe? Sound good? And also, guys, don't go ripping apart somebody because they made an opinion video. It's an opinion video. You're allowed to disagree. You're also allowed to agree with. You're also allowed to agree with some things and not everything. It's an opinion. Sure, what they said was kind of mean and rude and harmful, but hey, all of us have probably done something real dumb. I guarantee it. So take a second. If you're over 21, grab a beer. Sit back, relax, and say, I'm just happy I can be a dumb, stupid animal person running around and I don't have to get shot or persecuted. Yay! So, on that note, you can be expecting from me 2 very interesting videos. 1, well, I think it's time that Basalt comes out and has another real dumb video, because he's a real dumb guy. And so, you can expect a new Basalt video coming up soon. You can also be expecting a video tomorrow, and that video will be about the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. What's the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge? Well, you're going to find out tomorrow, and it's going to be hilarious. So, until next time, this is Gale Frostbane. I love you guys a whole lot. You're all awesome. Never change. You're all beautiful. You're unique. I just want to smooch all of you on the cheek. But take a second, stay positive, and don't let those negative Nellies get you down. Mama Gale loves you. See ya.